Wax, this is the part where we pray it in. Wax, practitioner Jackson, could you lead us in the word of prayer? I can't hear you.
Lord Jesus, thank you for waking up this morning for another day. We ask you to touch our leadership from the chief, deputy chief, and the SPs. If they don't grow weary, give them strength if they don't grow weary. Through their visions they see through the SPOA. I ask you to touch every member, practitioners here. Touch the members, practitioners here. Guide them, Father God. We ask you the members, the practitioners who are on duty right now, we ask you to place a hand of protection around them. And ask you to just stay in our hearts, Father God, and when we walk up out of this place, Father God, that the words out of our mouth be acceptable in your sights. Amen.
Amen. At this time, we still remain standing. Remember that I told you about the half turn, right? Half turn, face the flag. 2. On my count. 2. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In the same motion, back. All right, start from here. Tell me who you are and why are you here?
My name is Jeffrey Alston. I'm here. My name is Jeffrey Alston, and I'm here trying to seek employment and security, and hopefully everything will work out okay.
Hi, my name is Terry Robinson. I'm here for a security job, and I hope that I get it. Thank you.
My name is Practitioner Longmire. I'm here to learn more about myself and also to learn how to do security, and learn how to train and do it.
Okay. And the first thing, check this out. When you're doing security, you got to have a voice. I'm saying talk. We got to hear you because I didn't hear nothing you said.
Practitioner Daniels. I'm here for continuous training to learn more about myself and about others. Thank you.
My name is Sanine Gardner. I've been doing security for 6 years, and I just want to utilize my skills by coming back.
My name is Practitioner James Mormon. Been a member of SPOA. I'm into my second year, and I'm here for the continuing training, also for self-improvement, learning more about security field, becoming an excellent security professional, also to help out with the organization the best that I can.
My name is Practitioner Jackson. I'm here for continuous training. Also like to look at my strengths, how I can better utilize my strength, as well as my weaknesses, how to make my weaknesses the plus and work on them and strengthen them, and at the same time be able to give back in some form. Thank you.
My name is Practitioner Taylor. I'm here to continue my training and hopefully get my guard card.
My name is Practitioner Battle, and I'm here for continuous training and the betterment of myself. Amen.
My name is Practitioner Moore. I'm also here for continuous training and to learn and grow and be a part of the solution and not the problem. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Practitioner Strickland, and I'm here for training and to better myself and to take care of my kids.
Yes, good evening, family. My name is Jerome Williams. I'm in criminology right now. I have been working with armor cars. I have been a patrol officer, and I'm here to help protect and make this a safe environment. That's what I'm here for, and myself and my family.
I'm Practitioner Jones. I'm here for training and to better myself.
Okay. I'm SP Jones, and I know some of you guys, and for some reason, y'all must not be feeling good today or something like that, because I couldn't hear nothing some of you guys said, and I know you guys really talk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the shyness is today, but maybe because of the camera or whatever. Okay, so that's part of training too, because you got to be loud in security sometimes. You know, you got to be loud voice, because sometimes you got to speak over the crowd. Okay, that's just a word to the wise. At this time, we'd like to come to attention. That means stand up. All right, I guess we're all tired, huh? Okay. At this time, I'd like to present the others and introduce the some. Deputy Chief Priestley. Eddie's.
Thank you. I would like to introduce, we have 2 guests today, but before we do that, I have a question. How many people in the room have a birthday in June? All right. There are 3 people. So let's say happy birthday to everybody who has a birthday in June. Come on, birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Yes.
Happy
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I would like to at this time to introduce Miss Williams. She will be observing tonight. She will be observing. We are a nonprofit. SPOA has a nonprofit arm. And what we're trying to do is to raise it to another bar. We are trying to look at funding. We're trying to develop other parts of our program. And Miss Williams is an observer tonight. Hooray for Miss Williams. Yes.
I just want to say I'm excited to be here. I love what this program is doing, and hopefully I can help it grow.
Thank you. And we have a person here with the camera who has a birthday, and his birthday is today, and he is celebrating it with us. Yes. And I'm going to allow the chief to talk a little bit about this gentleman.
Excuse my seat, the kind of tight quarters and so forth. But first of all, I'd like to thank Ken Johnson for many, 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 many years of support. Ken and I go back to school together. But over the years, we've grown closer. We've been on his television program, and we're creating a lot of different things on the video scene. Also, at the same time, he wants to help create our video department. So if he's not here, or if it's on tours of duty, you guys can help in your training. It's not just security. It's a well-rounded kind of situation. So he'll teach you how to work the machines, how to edit, and so forth. So if anybody's interested in that, next week, I think it is, it's the Black Filmmakers. Is that what it is, okay? This week. There's the Black Filmmakers, and he's asked us to assist him in some of the locations where they will be showing movies and things of this sort to represent the organization. So if you're interested in supporting this, please get with the SPs. And also Ken is going to talk a little later on about what he's looking for. One of the things that's going to happen tonight also, I've asked Mohammed, who's the person in charge of this, Carl's Jr., to come talk about what they want in security at this location. I've known Mohammed for over 20-some years, and different security companies that have been through here. Now we are training here. We are not working here, even though you get a stipend for being here. You're training. Training means that before the end of this evening, we're going to tell you everything that they're expecting here. How you look in your uniform, how you act, what they expect and what they don't want you to be doing. And I'll give you for instance, if they said, we don't want you smoking anywhere around the building, but you can't leave the building. But you take this tour of duty, okay, understanding that you're supposed to be at this location and you can't go anywhere to take a cigarette break. But it's slow, it's late at night, and nobody knows, and you can walk out this door and stand there for a minute and light a cigarette. Are you training or are you playing somebody? And I said that to say we have a new slogan. The Lord has calmed me down in this whole situation by giving me little slogans. If you are, you will know. Who's the fool, you or me? You for telling me or me for believing it? Okay? We have a new one now. It's, are you training or are you playing? And we all know what playing is, you know. And if you're playing somebody, who do you think you're playing? Okay? Because here, time will tell, and time has told. See, you can only play certain things for a while when people are watching you, you know. Have you ever seen somebody when they owe you money, or when you said you're going to do something, they see you coming, and you're walking down the street, and all of a sudden you see them, and you turn away and you look back again, and they're gone? Because they didn't want to pass you and have to give you another excuse or another lie. See, because you can't be lying here. So I don't want to put you in a position for that to happen. Okay? Be serious about this training. And just from the practitioners that you see that have been training for many years, you can learn a lot. And also you can take care of your financial issues if you really train correctly. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Muhammad's going to talk about what he wants and what he expects. And at that time, those people who really want to train here, we're going to scan you on and put your picture there. You don't have to say anything because you heard everything everybody had to say, including what I just said. So please, this is a training organization. We have no jobs. Nowhere do we have a job. Okay? We're also going to be looking for practitioners to train with the Bill Pickett Rodeo. Okay. Actually, Muhammad is here now, so I'm going to turn the mic over to him, and he's going to tell you what he's seen, what he expects, and what he wants with the practitioners who are going to be on this location, and the one at 5th Street as well.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Safdar. I'm general manager of this location, and it's nice to working with you guys. I know him been long time. He's very nice gentleman. That's why we hired your company to perform this, give us the services right here. And I really appreciate your services. Since you guys came, everything is getting better. And the peoples who are coming to work here, they're well uniform, but I would like to request one thing, that they should have a name tag. So, sure. So if you guys have any question, please you guys can ask me, then I will answer. And so far, you guys are helping us out with everything, and the people are always coming on time. They're coming few minutes before the scheduled time, which I really appreciate everybody, especially to him. So, do you guys have any question for me? Yes.
Mr. Muhammad, sir, I'd like to know, I've been in the area here for quite some time now, as you know, and things has changed. But what I need to know for my guys, the guys that's coming in now, and the ladies that's coming in now, for their clarification, the people that you allow to sit in here who's been in the neighborhood for a while. So how do you want us to handle that situation when they come in? If they're not making noise, or if they're sitting somewhere, and you tell someone that they can't be here because if they're not purchasing anything, but then you got 2 or 3 other people who's been in the neighborhood for a while, and they're allowed to sit in here. So how do you want us to handle that?
Okay, for example, I'm not here. So when somebody tell you or anybody who is working here, oh, Muhammad is my friend, Muhammad is my brother, Muhammad is my uncle, or somebody, or my friend, I would not allow even my wife, my daughter, my son come and do something wrong on this property. I would not tolerate with anybody. So if they are using my name or anybody's other name who is not present, you should do your job. Ask him, I'm working here, I'm getting paid for this. So I will, if they are doing something wrong, you have 100% right to ask them to leave if they're not buying anything. If they're doing something wrong, if somebody from your family, nice person like you, or nice person like anybody, a nice lady, come and sit down, wait for somebody for 10, 15 minutes, even 30 minutes, they are not doing anything wrong. So we are here to get more business from the people, not to scare the people away from here, that why you guys are here, why the nice person is here in this restaurant, sitting and waiting for the wife or kids or waiting for the bots. I would not say that if somebody is waiting for somebody, not bothering anybody, not making noise, not making mess in the restaurant, and we should let him sit down for 30 minutes. Even it is still nice, that person would like to sit down for an hour doing some work on the computer or reading the newspaper, book or something, and not bothering any customer or not doing anything wrong, I would allow that person to sit down.
You guys
Is that
agree with that?
good enough? Yes.
My name is Practitioner Mormon, and my question is, since the membership of SPOA has been here, have you personally noticed or has anything been reported to you where we can improve on the service that we've been trying to provide for your company?
Nobody mentioned anything to me that they should improve something, but there are something I noticed myself, that there are some people, I would not like to bring anybody's name here. I don't like to disrespect anybody. Generally, I will say that there are some people, maybe they are not well trained. They are willing to do something, but maybe we did not give them enough training. I mean, I don't want to point it to anybody, but maybe I should train them, or I should help your company to train them, or let them know what is our expectations are, how to work in the restaurant. For example, we are working behind the counter, and we are not allowed while we are serving the customer, and we should be eating. I mean, do you like somebody's eating and serving people? That's not the professional way. So I would like to request to every person, whoever come over here, if they want to eat something, they should come before the scheduled time, sit down. I'm offering everybody who is working here, I would like to give you guys 50% discount. Get that discount on your food the day you are working. The day you guys are not working, I will offer 20% discount with your family and friends. Come before the time and eat and get ready to work. When you are working, while you are working, there is no talk on the phone, right? Except there is company call. You talking to your company, or but if in case of emergency, if there is situation comes that there is a problem and he needs the advice to get it from the boss, that way they can call.
Okay, and you're absolutely right. And the wobbler with that, I think you can hear me. And the wobbler with that is trust. There were some things that we had on the last one right here. Trust and honesty. Okay. Oh, I'm talking to my company. I'm talking to the company. Okay. So we're going to have to work on that, because even though you're growing, those are the kind of things that could happen.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we're talking about.
That's exactly right, and I really appreciate that. So those kind of things, like I'm carrying the cup or cup of coffee and working and not paying attention to my job, those kind of little things with new people happen. And first of all, when I see something like that, I go and explain them and sit down with professional way. I don't disrespect them too. I tell them, please, here is your company folder. Here are your policies. It says no smoking, no drinking, but you are allowed to drink. You are allowed to drink after 2 hours, when you have 10-minute breaks from us with pay, and then after 4 hours, you have 30-minute break, which is companies paying you, but we allow you to eat something. During that time, you can smoke cigarette outside, where it is allowed to smoke cigarette, and you can drink, you can use the restroom, because you are security officer to protect the property and, to give peace to our guests right here in Carl Jr. So those kind of the things I would like to tell them, when they are coming, and I would like to advise, just say, request you that you should tell them every day when there are new people, they should read those instructions from you. There is in the folder outside. It's very nice that you guys get that done.
Okay, are there any other questions? And I just want to say this, that there are other people who come by here. Okay, there are other people who come by here that understand that at any time they come in and ask for a 10A form. Who has a 10A form? Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Anybody that knows us or training with us have come by here and have seen some things. If they ask you for a 10A form and you tell them that you don't have any more, you forgot them, or any of those kind of things, you're not training. Okay? And the reason why we want them, so they can help us to evaluate how we should train people at this tour of duty. One of the things about it, we just tried with our radio. There's another radio at the other store. We're going to start using radios to communicate back and forth, so things are going on. But also, if anything happens in the community, at this point, we have 2 sites that can be able to see the eyes and ears to maybe help the community as well. We would like to have a meeting once a month here, so Muhammad or any of the other managers can tell us what we're doing wrong, so that we can be better at this. Once you get this training behind you, there shouldn't be any reason that none of you don't have a job, not training, a job in security. Okay? And so what we're trying to do is to teach you. Muhammad's giving you a lesson. And do you know there was only one person that had a pencil and paper out writing? Thank you very much, sir. Okay? And this is what this is about, this 10A form. It can't be all clear, all clear, all clear. 10-4, code 4. That's not a report. Okay? You need to write. It'll help you with your reading and writing skills if that's a problem. Okay? Yes, sir.
Mr. Muhammad, I want to ask you one question. I've worked the site before. There's one person that I know of that sits inside and just sits for hours at a time. Now, the thing of that is, when you ask him to leave, he goes to the counter and talks to the people behind the counter. Now, when that happens, is it out of our hands to ask him to leave? Because he talks to them and say, well, you know who I am and this and that, and they just tell him to sit back down. So I don't know if that's out of our hand, what we should do, or how do we go about it?
As I said, if the person is not doing anything wrong, you tell him nicely, some of those signs are there, 30 minutes limit seating for the people who are bothering, making noise, or they're not welcome in there. That's a welcome 30-minute limit sign for them. For all good people, that's not. The sign is not there. If somebody is sitting down, as I said, he's not sleeping, he's not making noise, he's not making, spreading garbage or something in the dining room or on the table, then we should let him sit down and tell him, please, if you don't mind, please buy a cup of coffee or buy something to sit over here. This is why we are here. We get paid for this to keep the people out who are sleeping or doing something wrong here. So if somebody's nice, like I would not bother anybody if somebody's sitting like the gentleman sitting over there and he's looking nice with a nice uniform, clean, not dirty. If somebody's thinking and have a bad smell on him, there are a lot of people we have experienced like that. If they are sitting down, even they're not making noise, but we lose a lot of customers because of them. So we have full right to ask them to leave. If they're not leaving, some people are doing something wrong, and behind the counter, those ladies, they're scared in front of those people to say, okay, let him go, let him sit down. So if somebody is doing something wrong, as an officer, you should tell him, sir, if you're not going to leave, I'm not going to ask anybody behind the counter. I will do my job, and I'm going to call for my backup from my company, or I will call the police to handle the situation. We would like to ask you, with the respect, leave the premises. So, like in front of the customer, the person is refusing that I'm not going to leave. I would suggest should not ask that question, why this person, can we ask him to leave, or why you asking? Because sometimes those people are scared to say that let him go, yeah, we want you to be out from here. So that's, they get scared from the people. When you go outside, those ladies are really, really scared. And some of the people, they are not here to fight with anybody when they're leaving. Some people threatening them that, okay, we will wait outside when you get out from the job. If you don't, let us sit over here. And I have experience of the people, even they're not doing anything wrong, you turn your face, they open up marijuana, cocaine, all those things. They have a little bag, they prep it here. They they buy some cards from the BART station for $50, and they cut their strips and they put them on the blank card and sell them, make business. So look like they're doing something, but I do not want anybody here who do something, I don't want them to do any crime right here, or like stealing or selling something or prepping their drugs. And even they're buying something, I would not allow them to sit over here. Is that good enough? Anybody else have any question?
Okay, one of the things that I want to bring to your attention, I want to bring to your attention, even though you get a good recommendation from Carl's Jr. about your service, the way you carry yourself and so forth, please don't let that go to your head. One of the things I want to say to Carl's Jr. and to you guys, if in fact they start saying that you're really good at what you're doing and so forth, sometimes it goes to people's heads and they want to do things on the side. First of all, if you do that on the side type of thing, any kind of way, not being late and say, it's me and I'm sorry I'm late this time and so forth, and we don't know about these things, first of all, you're being dishonest, okay? And if you do something to this organization, they'll do it to you as well. So in our training, we want to stay disciplined. We ask you to wear the ties, not that it makes a big difference one way or another, but it's a disciplined move, okay? And when you don't want to wear a tie because you don't want to wear a tie, then you're not training. If you want to wear a different type of shirt because you got somewhere else to go, anything that you change is one of the reasons that we want to make sure that you understand this is training. Trust, honesty are very important here. The information he just gave you is something that you should be writing down because of the fact, if nothing else, that's how we're picking people to train. All right? Any other questions for Muhammad? Okay, thank you very much, sir. Come on. All right. Okay. And anytime that you want to call a special meeting to get anything out of the way, because sometimes when I come here and sit for an hour or so, I see things too, okay? And I think we can really help each other in terms of dealing with this. Okay, thank you very much, Deputy Chief.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you again, Muhammad. Thank you, Chief. I just want to say, guys, that everybody for 30 days will be on probation. We will have an evaluation for 30 days. We need to monitor your dress. We need to monitor your customer service. We need to see, can you follow orders, directions, come on time, leave on time, debrief, black socks, tie, shoes, clean uniform. That is your probationary period to see if you can follow through with instructions. Once you follow through with instructions, your probationary period is over, and then your rate of pay will change. Remember, this is a stipend. It is not employment. It is not a job. Once you finish your probationary period, we will sit down with you individually and go over the rate of pay, go over what you should do, what you should not do. Any questions? We talked about uniform dress. SB Jones will also give you a 10-minute speech on uniform dress. I just want to say, uniform dress is our presence. You must be neat at all time. This is what we want you to look like. This is what we want you to look like.
This is the uniform.
Yes.
SP Hill is wearing. Only uniform that you will give him to train at once the probationary period is over.
Yes.
Uniform, that's going to be, that's the only one.
Yes.
Did that. And the only reason I said it that way is because there will be a tie at this location. If you tell me, oh, you lost it on the way here, that means you didn't come dressed to train. Oh, I forgot it. You didn't come dressed to train. Okay, that's part of the training. That's a discipline part. That's kind of a tricky part too. It's a real simple thing for you not to wear your tie. Okay, but this is part of our training. Yes, sir.
I'm SP Livingston. I was wondering, sir, and that goes for the SPs as well. We can't wear ascots, we must wear ties, correct? Yes, sir. Yes, on this side. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Customer service. Yes, sir. I am so sorry, sir.
I would like to know, sir. My name is Terry Robinson. I would like to know how much, sir, how much is our first paycheck? I mean, after everything is done.
First of all, there's no paycheck. Second of all, there's quite a while before most of you can get out in the field.
Yes.
Okay, do I need to repeat that? Okay. First of all, there are no paychecks. You'll get a stipend if you go train on the site. And since we brought that up, let me explain something to you. Mohammed, any of our clients, even in this area here, San Francisco Center, anywhere where we have somebody training, they're very particular about what they want and who they want. And the whole point of it is, because this is not a job, you have to do a resume, you have to do different things so that we can see who you are, okay? Before, there are people who have trained with us that didn't even go out in the field for months before they actually went out someplace where they can get paid to train. And I'm telling you that, so if it's not something that you want to do, you don't have to waste your next hour here or any time training with us, because the question is going to come up, well, when I go out in the field, when we get enough evaluations, most of my clients are going to ask me, do I know the person I'm sending here? Okay? Most companies will hire you right out that door and send you on a job site someplace. Okay? We can't do that here. We're training. We can't accept any more tours of duty than we have people who are willing to train and develop themselves personally and professionally. And until we know who you are, we're not going to do that, okay? So if you're looking for something immediately, this is probably not the place to be, okay? And I say that so that if you want to leave, don't feel like you have to stay here for this meeting. All right, any questions? Okay, did I answer your question? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I want to go back and talk about stipend for a moment. Okay, it is a stipend. At the end of the year, we do give you a 1099 we do file with the IRS. Okay, so some of you all may be on disability, and you may not be able to receive a stipend. But we do our paperwork. We do what we need to do to protect us. So we do file in 1099, and we do give you yours at the end of the year in terms of that. Any questions? Customer service. It is important that we know how to talk to the clients coming in the door. If someone comes in, especially a male, loud and aggressive, we cannot be loud and aggressive with them. We need to learn how do we have them leave. What do we say to them so they can feel comfortable without their feelings getting hurt, without their hormones getting hurt, and we can move on. If they're using profanity, we can't use profanity. If they're doing anything, we need to be professional at all times and be able to be relaxed, not tense, and be able to usher them out the door. If the problem isolates, we need to know what to do. So I have a question for you, SP Neal. If the problem isolates, what would you do? I'm sorry, yes. What would you do? Yes. Yes. Yes.
First thing I would, excuse me, everybody, SP Neal. The first thing I would do if a situation came about and a problem escalated in the restaurant, I'll notify staff first of all. Depending on the situation, how it came about, I wouldn't put myself in harm's way, but I'll make sure that the store is still in a good operative manner. But first thing I would do was contact management. Let someone know that has authority over the store, first of all. And then upon the manager's decision, then that's where I would pursue that, ma'am.
Thank you. Practitioner Livingston, what would you do? Would you do something different?
SP Livingston, the first thing you would do if the problem escalates is to call for some type of assistance, be it the police, and you let them know this so that they can see, like, okay, he's calling for the police or he's calling for more help. This gives you the opportunity to be like, okay, well, you can leave now before they get here. And that's all you really want them to do is to leave. And sometimes we do have to do what we call verbal judo. You have to tell them what you want them to do and have them think that they made the decision to do it. That way you give them a way to save face. They don't get upset at you. They feel like, well, I gave them a break this time, and that's fine. Personally, I would let them know that I was calling somebody for assistance. That would be the first thing I did. And then I'd ask them to leave again.
Thank you.
Sorry about the uniform of the day, too. Basically, I'll try to get to know the people in the neighborhood. So I'll try to get to know them on a personal base and understand what, or if they're on any kind of medication. The next part I would do is sit there and listen to them for a moment. And while I'm listening to them, I'll try to figure out some kind of way to get them outside the store. But I don't take things personal.
Thank you.
I do the old technique. What I do is I give a cooling off period. If it's getting hot, I'll let that person sit back and think. I'll walk away for a minute, but I'm keeping my eye on him at the same time. And then I'll come back to the situation. That's the way I deal with it. If it's escalating, because two people can be wrong at the same time. Two people can't be wrong at the same time. So I'll let him cool off. I'll walk off. Let him cool down. At the same time, I'm keeping my eye on him. And then I approach him again at a later time. After he done calm down, I done calm down. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be heating up, but I just ain't said it yet. So what I do, I let myself recuperate while he's recuperating, and he's watching me and I'm watching him. Then I attack it again. That's the way I handle the situation.
Thank you. Chief, how would you handle the situation?
All of the above.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All the above. Let's talk about communication for a moment. Yes. Yes. how you would like. Yes.
If somebody is making disturbance in the business or anywhere you guys are working, I would say when somebody's go listen to him, do not argue with him at all. Just when you listen to him, when he's done, tell him thank you so much for letting us know about this situation, then we will take care of it. So if they are still keep fighting as peace officer, we should ask them, please take it out from this business. If they are sick, that's their problem. We are not doctor, we are not nobody to fix them up. So just tell them, please, this, we do not allow anybody to do something wrong here, or noise, or fight, or argument. If you guys like to do argument or make the noise or fighting to each other, please keep it outside from the business. So no need to argument. And then if you are unable to handle the situation, and the manager, we are hiring the company to solve the problems, not to create problem for us. I mean, I have a lot of other things to do behind the counter. That's why, I hire your company to help me out. So I don't have to spend time in the dining room with the people to solve the problem. So I would not call the manager. You get the advice from your boss how to handle the situation. The second thing I would say, call the police and tell them, if you don't listen to me with the respect, I don't have any other choice but calling the police. So when you say that, you are solving the problem by saying that, maybe more than 75%, just by saying like that. And when you tell them, I'm going to call the police, do not stand with that person, close to that person. That person might hurt you by saying that I'm going to call the police. Just say that I'm going to call the police and walk away from them. Even you pick up the phone, I have a big experience right here. You pick up the phone, you don't have to even dial the 911. Just pick up the phone without dialing. Just do like this. They will say they're calling the police. They will leave the restaurant. Believe me, I have a big experience. I solved many problems that way. So this is a very nice trick. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Customer service. Okay, we were talking about customer service. We really need to keep our tone, our voice level at one level, okay, when we're talking to the clients. We do not have to yell. We do not have to scream. We should go to them and make it a one-on-one, very personal with them. It is important that you show up on time. If your tour starts at 3 o'clock, you should be here at 2:30, no later than 2:45. Do not show up at 3 o'clock if your tour starts at 3 o'clock. If your tour starts at 4 o'clock, be here at 3:30. If your tour starts at 11 or 12, be here and half an hour early so the person before you can debrief you on what has happened and what you should do. You should always have a conversation with the person who is leaving. Yes.
We have a situation here. Two things I want to remind you. Number one, if by a certain time we do not hear from you, that you're 1019 and that you're 10-8 or whatever it happens to be, the SPs will call a backup officer to be en route to your location. If you get there at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but you haven't contacted anybody, or if you haven't checked in with us, and that other practitioner gets to that tour of duty, you are then relieved from that training site for that day. If you do not show up for a training site or call us at the last minute because of whatever reason, we will take care of that situation, and we will give the next 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever days it is, I'm not sure what that is, to the practitioner who came on duty, okay? So if there's any questions about that, say it now. Even if you get here at 3 o'clock and you haven't called anyone to let them know, your phone shouldn't be on silent. It shouldn't be anything other than so that we can contact you to see if you 1019 to your 20, okay? Because anything could happen. We're still responsible to cover this site at whatever time we're supposed to cover it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Is that clear? Any questions about that?
Thank you. Correct. Correct. So you will not be able to pass your probationary period until all of this is complete and done. Let me go back again. You will not pass your probationary period. Once the 30 days is over, you need to come in the office with the 2 SPs and myself, and we will evaluate you. We will give you an evaluation. We will talk about your strengths and your weaknesses and what you need to improve on. And we're going to keep it real. We're going to be honest about what we see and what needs to be improved. The black socks, not the white socks. The tie every day. Your shoes polished. Complete uniform. Yes. Yes. Hat. Your jacket, not wrinkled. This is what I look for when I come do site visits. And I do site visits. Isn't that right, Practitioner Jackson? At 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing site visits because I want to know what's going on both shifts. Any questions?
The information that we're giving you is not only for this location, but it's for all of our tours of duty and training. Okay, we're not placing a person on a job to go to work. We're trying to help you to build all of your skills, personal and professionally, so that wherever you want to go, you have all the tools you need. I have this saying I've used for many years. If you were a doctor and didn't have a stethoscope to listen to somebody, if you were a mechanic and you didn't even have a wrench to tighten a boat, would you be a good mechanic or a doctor or a lawyer, and you don't even have one law book? Okay? This is your tool, the way you look in your uniform. Any other things that we could give you, so when you walk into a location like this and Muhammad or anyone sees you, they can say, wow, okay, I'm okay tonight. I'm safe. My employees are safe. That's what you're supposed to project. Okay, that's how you will be able to go out and get a job. Most jobs are lost in security, are lost by the practitioner or the security on duty, not the company, but the people who are working that site. They're the ones that lose the jobs. Okay, so once you are proficient at what you do, you can go to any security company, and we know this because our members have done this. And people they'll come on this site right here and try to coerce you to come into their company just by the way you take care of duty here, okay? So I just want to share that with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, this is SP Neal. This is SP Jones. You will either be in SP Jones or SP Neal's unit. You're not in Deputy Chief's unit. You're not in the Chief's unit. Okay, you need to communicate with SP Jones or SP Neal. I communicate with SP Jones and SP Neal only. When I see something on the site, I go back and I communicate with SP Neal and SP Jones on what I see and how can we fix it. That is the protocol. You must, when you arrive on site, you must, if you have a camera on your phone, take a picture of yourself so we can see what you look like and pass it on. Mandatory. mandatory. Take a picture of yourself so we can see what you look like. You must text SB Neal or SP Jones. What SP Jones? You,
SP Jones 20 10 19.
and what does that mean?
I'm on my way. SP Jones, I'm using the one I use on my lot. I use SP Jones 20 is at Glamour B. That's what I use. That's what I tell my the people on my squad to use when they usually I've known that I've been telling some of them because I know they're going to be there. They're reliable. Not to, you don't have to worry about when you're leaving. But I noticed lately that it's been real slacked up on that. So I'm gonna get back to the old thing. So you're gonna have 1019 me when you're leaving. Well, I don't care where you're leaving from, and then 20 me when you get there. 1020 me, okay?
Before I pass the mic over to SB Jones, I just want to say one thing. We are serious. If you're not able to follow the protocol, follow the instructions, then we need to move on to another individual. We need to move on. If you have any questions or any concerns, you need to contact your unit leader. You need to do that on a regular basis. Again, we are serious. You have 30 days to pull your uniform together, 30 days to understand the protocol, 30 days to ask all the questions. If you cannot proceed, then we need to move on to another individual. Thank you, sir.
Yes, back again. I'm SP Jones. Many of you guys.
SB Jones has a certain criteria on what he wants his people in his unit, how you want to communicate with him. So those that are in the integrity unit, I really appreciate it right now if you get a pencil and paper out real quick, just real quick like. When you're on your way to your location, it's called a 1019, please. That means en route to location. Once you get to your location, being that you got a few minutes before you go inside the door or whatever you may be, whatever site we may decide to send you on, it's called a 10 AIS. That means you're on duty in service. And once your shift is complete, you need another text. It's called a 10-7 OD. That means you off duty at your time. Thank you.
Okay, because we're in tight quarters and so forth, I would like to give a 5-minute break here so that you can stretch yourself for a minute. And if anybody has an appointment that they forgot about or anything, this is a good time for you to leave.
Copy that. 10-minute break.
And enjoy Carl's Jr.
Yes.
Yes.
That means you buy a soda pop.